That awareness thing is pretty popular now. Finally. Suicide hotlines. No bueno. After talking to suicide hotline, well, they might as well have just handed a oh, he just needs to talk things. I love you. I really do. I love your children more. I love Tara, I really do, but I love her daughter more. That's just how it is. The kids come first. When people are telling me that they're going to kill my family, all right? First of all, that's not okay. That's uncalled for. And I had to deal with that over and over again because everybody wanted to do those things that, well, maybe you guys should look up suicide awareness. Learn why it is that people commit suicide. Boys commit suicide at 5 times the rate of girls starting at the age of 15. Precisely because of the way that you and everyone else treats males when they try to get help. Where you blow them off, ignore the reality of the situation that they're in, don't have time to even hear it. Tell them that they need to just get over it. Now girls are more likely to cut on themselves because they're more likely to get hurt when their grandma dies or their mom dies and they're distraught. People are more likely to, instead of telling them they just need to get over it, they just need to move on. And meanwhile, none of you, not a single one of you is taking into account the abuse that I am still enduring. None of you want to fucking hear it. I need to move on, move along. There is nowhere more for me to move to. I went all the way to Virginia after Natalie died, trying to get help. Trying to find a place, a safe place that was not abusive. A safe place where I didn't have to deal with alcoholics and drug addicts. I don't mind helping them. Most of my time was dedicated to drug addicts and alcoholics, to making sure that they stayed alive. Now I believe I was entirely wrong to do that. I should have let them OD. At least their pain would be over. Most of these addicts, it's because they got treated the way that you guys treat me. And like most of you in houses, most of those people on the streets did the same thing you did. They got into drinking, they got into drugs. That's what they got into. Over trauma. Amanda Demet, I want you to look through all of our messages, going all the way back. Go back all the way well before Natalie Bollinger was ever killed. I want you to read all of our messages. I want you to watch those suicide awareness videos. Then I want you to watch those mandated reporter training videos. There's actually only one of them that I posted. I want you to look at those things. I want you to think about the occasions where you told me those things. How did I treat you? How did I act? I want you to look at the situation with Desiree Leonard. Her life was more important than my things. When she stole from me, look what I did. I still rescued her. I still did what I could. I did the right thing because it was the right thing to do. I didn't argue for 6 years. This is how men get treated. We are blown off and treated like we don't matter. We just have to get over it. And it comes from all of you. All of you who told me that you loved me, not just Amanda. All of you who said that you were going to help me. And then there's all these things that you tell me that I have to make decisions off of. Things that scare the fucking hell out of me. Were you really threatened? You know, that's a real big one for a man. If the fact that he's alive is putting his family at risk, yeah, he's got a lot of fucking incentive to blow his fucking head off. When that family doesn't give a shit enough to even hear it, well, that's a lot more fucking incentive, isn't it? When people tell you they love you, well, here's the thing. If you love somebody, you make the time. You make the time. If you could make the time to argue somebody with 80 hours worth of recording, I mean, come on now. 80 hours worth of arguing. Did I go to you for help? Tell the courts, tell the public. I told the truth. You know, Amanda, the things that you told me about my little brother, and the things that Brenda Dickinson told me about my little brother, and the things that Tara told me about my little brother, you're goddamn right. You're goddamn right I looked into that shit. I told you, I don't care. If you are mine and your family, you don't do that shit. You don't do those things to other human beings. The children come first. And you're goddamn right I'd go to prison for your fucking kids too. But that's not what matters to you. After already being involved, you say you don't want to get involved. If you can argue with somebody for 80 hours over 6 years, you can admit that that person went to you for help. If you want to use your family as your reason for not doing that, well, I'm going to speak out. If you're just going to let that happen to your kids, that's on you. But I'm going to do my goddamn best to make sure it doesn't, and that includes making people aware. If you lied to me about that, well, then you manipulated me, and that's not okay either. This is how men are treated. Sure, if you're a good-looking man in a house with a wife, different story. Maybe. Depends on the wife. And no, that's not saying it's the wife's fault. If your husband is victimizing you and you keep on going back, well, the first time is his fault. Every time after that is yours. That's what us boys are told. If you go back, and then you always want other men to fucking rescue from that shit, and then you go back, and we're the bad guy because you went back. You want to tell us a sob story about him beating the fuck out of you, and then you go back, and then him and his buddies are treating me like what? like I'm some sort of a fucking horrible monster. And then you go and you fucking hide in the corner and pretend you didn't say that. No, you absolutely did say that shit, and it's fucking recorded. And obviously this isn't just for Amanda, this is for all of you. When somebody is suicidal, the first thing you should ask is why. Our protocols here in the United States are specifically set up to victimize the victims. You can bully someone until they want their life to end. And when they go to the cops for help and say, hey, I'm coming to you guys for help, instead of trying to kill myself. And what do? They lock you up. Claim you're trying to kill yourself. No, if I was trying to kill myself, Jesus fucking Christ, I wouldn't be talking to you. I didn't call you for you to stop me from fucking killing myself, you fucking stupid morons. You want to pretend that all of this is over Natalie's death? No, I started going to you son of a bitches for help over a year before she was fucking killed. You didn't have the holy fucking goddamn. You didn't want to fucking hear it. You wanted to tell me a bird in the hand is worth a shit in the fucking bush. Now this stuff with my little sister, with her not actually even making an effort to look at the fucking evidence. None. She was too drugged out of her fucking mind. Karen never should have fucking been there. With Ed there and that fucking nutty lady with them, no, they shouldn't have fucking been there. That was a bad fucking idea, and I should have just blown my head off instead of fucking trying to get help from my sister. Just like I should have blown my head off instead of trying to get help from Amanda Demet. And then Amanda Demet, she needs to play it off like it's no big thing because Tara's safely in chapel, blah, 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 and nobody's messing with her. Well, guess what? That doesn't detract from the fact that she did send me those messages. They are on my phone. And if she was manipulating me after fucking taking 1,800 fucking bucks from me, I didn't pay her to fucking rip me off. I'm disabled. I can't do these things for myself. I can't do these things for myself. That makes me easier to victimize. I'm not allowed to do these things for myself. That makes me easier to victimize. For a girl, if she scrapes on her wrist with a lady big, she might get some attention and somebody might actually do something. But when people attempt suicide, it is never because of the abuse. It's because everything they did to try to get help stopping it resulted in more abuse. Neglect is abuse. Crimes against men are the most prevalent in the country. Most violence against men doesn't involve drugs. It involves women. That's right, women. Like Haley Smith getting Brian Farmer and Jared Wallace killed over at Pierre's house in Longmont. Dino may have been too drunk to drive home, but they wasn't getting on his hood and bashing on it to stop him from driving. Haley was jumping on that fucking hood so that he wouldn't leave, so that Jared Wallace and fucking Brian Farmer could get their fucking hands on him. Dino was fucking scared shitless. Guess who's in prison? Dino, not Haley. Dino is in fucking prison. not Haley. Haley, yeah, she's the one who got Brian Farmer fucking killed. She is the one who did that. She is the one who prevented the victim from leaving. When people try to yank you out of your fucking vehicle and tell you that they're gonna fucking kill you. Oh, hell yes, he was in the right, chasing those motherfuckers down and fucking stabbing Farmer in the head. I like Brian Farmer. I did. He was one of them fucking kids I tried to run off, but I liked him. Haley Smith, another one of them fucking kids I tried to run off. Men commit suicide because you don't give a fuck. Men commit suicide because when they come to you for help, you blow them off. You don't give a fuck. You will make any fucking excuse. You can't. You can't anymore. Not after 6 fucking years. People who care make time. They make the time. They will find a way to make the time. If you can make the time to argue with me, you can make the time to look. If you can make the time to tell me about all of your problems and all of your personal business, especially if you're going to tell me those things as, well, your reasons why you can't help. It ain't my fault. I told all of you, don't tell me anything you won't tell the fucking police. You already knew the police wouldn't listen to me. Amanda already understands the dynamics of that. All of these parents of autistic children are too fucking stupid to have kids. Is that harsh? Is that mean? Absolutely it is. But Laura Nelson, she's not going to help Amanda Demet. They're not going to work together for the rights of their kids. No, Amanda Demet is going to focus exclusively on hers. Laura Nelson is going to focus exclusively on hers. And as a result, we don't have any fucking rights. None. When that little girl was raped, it wasn't the rape that she tried to kill herself over. It was how people treated her, how people blew her off when she went for help. That's why she cuts her wrists. And that's why when she's 23, and family won't have nothing to do with her, but they're still inviting the man who raped her over and over again to Christmas and Thanksgiving. That's why she cuts it deep and in the right direction and in the bathtub, and her pain is gone. Girls commit suicide over this too. You guys, you think the government is supposed to fix this? No, the government victimizes the fuck out of us for trying to turn our predators, especially when they have fucking victimized us to the point that we want our fucking lives to end. All of a sudden, we're horrible people with suicidal ideations. No, you have done nothing to stop the fucking violence. You've done nothing to stop the abuse. Nothing. You can't even fucking take the time to listen. You can't even listen without fucking interrupting over and over again to tell me about your personal lives. Now the part of your personal lives is just you talking about your personal life, just to talk about your personal life. That's important too. That's not your personal business anymore either. Do you know why? Because when I went to you for help and you said you didn't have the time, and then I was finally able to get you to make the time. Finally. Did you actually make the time for me, or did you just keep on talking? Did you want to just argue about it and then talk about yourself? With a lot of these victims, because many of these people have been victims of the same shit, their excuse why it's not going to work is because of their personal experience doing it by them fucking selves. I know from experience helping people that if you go with them, they will be heard. But when you gotta go in with somebody who doesn't know jack shit, doesn't fucking care enough to know jack shit, and you have to fucking record this stuff so that you can show that you're telling the fucking truth. And you gotta find somebody to fucking help you so that you don't go posting all of Amanda Demet's personal shit and all of Meg Mistigatis' personal shit. So you hold on to all of that personal shit in these recordings while getting treated like you're a fucking liar. And still, none of these people make any effort to actually speak up. Oh, I tried. You did what? How did you try? Did you speak up on your fucking Facebook? Did you share the evidence? Did you write a fucking police report? Did you actually fucking speak up? Do you actually take the time to listen to those Natalie Bollinger things that are always fucking popping up? Do you know why people are fucking hurting me at all? No. Just like my little sister. She didn't fucking care. For her, it was a fucking party and free money. Here's the thing about Tara is that I have the evidence that she said those things. I have the evidence that she typed those things. It's on my YouTube. But still, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I'm being abused over slander that I've shown repeatedly is slander. But you don't want to listen. You don't want to look. You don't care how much people hurt me. And as a result, people are going to hurt your children. Fucking trains. They're going to hurt your children over the reputation for the mentally ill that has been created because you pieces of shit never fucking came forward. You're fucking shitty goddamn people. If you were being fucking abused, do you think I would do that to you in a million fucking years? When you're mourning the loss of your loved ones, do I tell you just to get the fuck over it? You want equality? This is how men are fucking treated. And no woman in fucking America can fucking put herself in a man's shoes because you're all taught not to. You're taught how to change the rules, change the rules. Oh, you just need to worry about yourself. Oh, you're just being selfish. Which the fuck is it? No matter what, there's some fucking excuse why it's my goddamn fault. Don't fucking do that. You push male victims to suicide. Just like that little girl cutting on herself because mommy didn't listen. It wasn't what daddy did. It's how mommy treated her. Oh, I don't care if he victimizes you. I'm just going to either A, treat you like you're a liar, or B, well, it doesn't fucking matter. B is even worse options, isn't it? B is a lot worse. And we won't go into that, will we? Because we're talking about male suicide in specific. There is no help for men. None. Your rampant feminist crap. It's not feminist. It's not about equality. It's about hatred towards men. It's about making men accountable for everything and absolving all of your own wrongdoings. You don't want us to look the other way. We're expected to drop everything and help you, or we're not good men. We're not real men. Meanwhile, who's the guy who has to drop his shit? Who's the man who actually does it? When the father of your kid is being a bitch, doesn't want to take a DNA test, who the fuck do you call? You call Sean Schwartz. I'm expected to understand. You make no effort to. You make no effort to actually speak out. You don't speak out publicly about these abuses. You don't look at the shit to see if it's fucking true or not. You don't care. So why did you pretend to? If you actually cared, why did you spend 80 hours arguing and talking about yourself instead of looking at evidence? Why did you continually tell me it's not going to work? Because from your perspective, it doesn't. Laura Nelson has gotten a lot further with the help of Amanda Demet than completely by herself, and vice versa. Why do you think I was connecting those people with one another? That's right, Amanda Demet and Laura Nelson are friends on Facebook. So maybe these women could actually do something decent. Laura Nelson can explain that shit. And she can be fucking honest about it. When I rip your ass for looking the other way, it's because it's the only thing that you listen to. It's the only thing that you hear. The only thing you ever hear out of my mouth is curse words. What about all the other words? All the words you pretend I didn't say, they're already recorded and on YouTube. But it's not just that. It's the being blown off over something so simple as, did I try to get help from you? Did I go to you for help? Did I try? Did these things actually happen, or did I imagine them? All right, well, we have established on YouTube wholeheartedly that I didn't imagine this shit. Now let's get that information to what it fucking needs to go to, which is what should have been done to fucking begin with. Instead of my so-called friends victimizing the fucking shit out of me. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sorry for having a fucking penis. You feel better? I'm sorry I have a penis. If you treat a woman or a child the way that you treat me, when they're coming to you about abuse, I will literally spit in your fucking face. That's not a joke. I won't strike you, I won't punch you, I won't kick you, I won't stab you, I won't shoot you. I will spit in your fucking face. Because you're victimizing a fucking victim, you pieces of shit. And that, my friends, is why you are the reason that I want my life to end. It wasn't the bullies. It was your not give a shit, your lack of give a shit. Whatever your fucking excuse was, if you're gonna pretend that you fucking care, and you're gonna do that shit, you don't fucking care. You want me to kill myself. You will let anyone harm me at any point in time and not give a fuck